Hey everybody, welcome back to the Brenda Yvonne channel. Of course, I'm your girl, Brenda Yvonne. I'm back. I know I've been gone for a minute, y'all, but I'm back here to talk about Queen Sugar. Before we get to anything, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe and then drop it down in the comments, your name and where you from. Also, don't forget to share and comment if you enjoyed this first episode of Queen Sugar tonight. So, of course, it's Tuesday night. We're talking on Queen Sugar. Queen Sugar is finally back. Y'all don't even know how long I have been waiting to review Queen Sugar. Like, I have been waiting to review Queen Sugar for so long now. So I've been dying for them to come back. Sad it is the last season. Feels like the time to exit, though. It does. Feels like it's time to wrap Queen Sugar up. Go out on top. Don't get canceled, right? So this is season 7. Yeah, season 7, episode 1. I think it's titled "And When Great Souls Die." Yes, I've been gone, y'all. I know I skipped a week of Married to Medicine. I may still try to resume Married to Medicine tomorrow or just wait till next week. Y'all, it's just been crazy with work and then the 3-day holiday. I had stuff to do pretty much all weekend long. I didn't even do my Ready to Love because it just never worked out to get that review done this weekend. And I hate missing reviews for Ready to Love. Like, Married to Medicine, I'll miss before I miss Ready to Love. So I really was hurt that I couldn't get Ready to Love in. I didn't want to do it too many days late. But I hope I can get back to Ready to Love this Friday. Also, back to Family Fiance is going to come back, and Love and Marriage Huntsville is coming back this Saturday, both of those. So hopefully we can get back to everything on our regular schedule right this week. Like I said, I may get back to Married to Medicine this week, or I may save it and just start back next week. Okay. Anyway, thank y'all for, sticking around and staying tuned, staying subscribed and all that great stuff. I really do appreciate y'all, and I hope y'all happy to see me back. Also had other stuff going on with the other business things I'm trying to do right now. So it's just been crazy. I'm sure it's been crazy for y'all. This heat is a whole nother subject in Cali. So anyway, let's get into Queen Sugar. Queen Sugar was a good opening episode. It wasn't really giving a lot of drama. I feel like it's kind of setting the scene and the tone for this final season, in my opinion. It kind of just was like a check-in episode for me, so this review probably won't be that long. I'll try to go in order, but I probably will go out of order. I'm just going to talk about what was happening in the show. I feel like the next episode is going to get better, though. But Ava DuVernay, she be doing her thing on the show, the actors. Props to them. So the episode opens up with Ralph Angel on the fish boat. So he back down and working on the fish boat. And he was talking to the guy, his friend, I don't know the friend's name. And he was letting him know, it was hard, but I had to get the farm up. I couldn't take that deal. I just couldn't do it. And the guy was like, yeah, it was hard for me when Katrina and Ida hit. But, I had to take my wife, tell my wife I just need to take a little break and get back to it. So they said they liked having him on the boat, especially because he talked a lot. So then he got off and he sees his ex. Y'all remember the ex-girl's name, the Asian girl? I don't remember her name. So I'm just going to call her Asian girl because I don't remember her name. Not that I'm trying to be offensive. I just don't remember her name, okay? So anyway, his ex, we also call him his ex. So he sees his ex and she gave him a gift from her mom, because remember he was close with the family, and it was for the baby. And the mom, I think, moved and some of her other family to Florida, and so they check on her all the time. So he's kind of catching up with her, and she's asking about the baby and all that. Then her new man came, and Ralph Angel was like, oh yeah, he's a lucky man. And she's like, no, I'm the lucky one. Because, see, I thought she was still going to be after Ralph Angel. Let me know what y'all thought. I thought sis was still going to be after Ralph Angel. And I was going to be like, girl. He with Darla for real now. Like, they married and everything, girl. But she got her own man. So we ain't going to worry about her, right? So anyway, back at the house, we do see Darla with the new baby. So the baby's 6 months. I'm glad the baby's born. I'm glad like some time has passed by. Ava DuVernay does a really good job with scene setting. So we know that, okay, the baby's 6 months, we know time has passed by. We know some things acted with the land and the sugar farm and the factory. Everybody's stuff they got going on, we know some time has passed. So I like how she does that and paints the picture and the setting really well. So Ava and Darla playing with the baby. Darla goes in the kitchen. Hollywood's like, how many hours of sleep did you get? She said she only got 4 hours of sleep. It was a new record. She's a new mom, so she's got to deal with all that. And so, Hollywood's like, you ever need to watch the baby? Let me know. And so then Ralph Angel came home with the gift and all that. And then he's playing with the baby. He calls her his little princess. And then he was doing sign language, so he was doing more, and then he was doing milk. I'm probably not gonna do milk. Milk, I think milk is like you squeezing a cow. Anyway, so y'all know I'm a special ed teacher, right? And I teach severely handicapped kids. So we do all the same like sign language like Ralph Angel was doing, like more. My kids, they can't do no other sign, but they can do more, okay? So anyway, so then everybody's like, what is you doing? And he's like, oh, the baby sign language, it helps the baby. And, I'm trying to figure out what she wants. And everybody's like, child, I knew what you wanted. I knew what Nova wanted. I knew what Blue wanted. Like, you ain't need to do all that. She got it. She's like, that baby's teething. I think she got the baby some pudding or something. I didn't really, both times I watched it, I was looking at my TV good, so I don't know what she got the baby. I'm assuming it was like something sweet. So then Darla's like, no, we're not feeding the baby that. Like, we trying to keep the baby plant-based and whatever. It's really good for them to have a plant-based diet. And if I was like, oh, a plant-based diet. A plant-based diet. She's like, for a baby, she said, oh, y'all new parents. Y'all new for dangling parents. She was like, we didn't do all this new age parent stuff. So then, she was gonna get on her soapbox about being a new age parent, which I get it. I respect a lot of old school tradition. However, I get the new school stuff too. Like some of the old stuff we was doing, we don't need to be doing no more. And we need to be doing some new stuff. Let's be healthy. Let's get it together, right? So, but anyway, I stopped herself before she went off. She's like, okay, like if she didn't want to overstep, because if she didn't already learn her lesson, was that last season or season before last, when she didn't want to let Blue soar off into being having a good life and getting smarter and getting his education at the good private school. Remember, she was trying to hold him back. So she didn't learn her lesson from talking too much. So that's why she shut her mouth when it came to that baby food and that new age parent stuff. She got off of that real quick, right? So anyway, Darla and Ralph Angel, they was getting ready. They went this so they go to the big co-op farmers meeting, and he's hoping the lady's gonna be there. That he wants to join her farm coalition. I think it's Southern Louisiana Farmers something. So anyway, he said the name. He's like, yeah, sound good. And so he's been studying this lady's books, her TED Talks. He's ready to see her. And Darla's like, I'm really worried about you. Are you gonna drive through the farm again? He's like, not right now. So he's still dealing with the loss of the farm for himself. Because, he really loved the land. And she's like, you need to, get an outlet. That's why I started back swimming. She's like, what about fishing with Hollywood? He's like, I hate fishing. I'll be working on the fish boat all day. I can't do no more fishing. I don't blame him. So then she was like, yeah, I'm surprised you went back to working for your hot ex-girlfriend. And then he was like, oh, somebody jealous. You jealous? And then she was like, no. And then he was like, nothing to nobody. Got nothing on you, baby. Nothing on you. So then they drove down to the farmers co-op meeting, right? But anyway, over on another side of St. Joe, so we see Micah, right? He on the FaceTime with his mom. I think he called her, or she called him. No, he called her because she sent him some packages, and he's like, Mom, my apartment's not that big. Like, you sent all these packages, girl, plus this expensive stuff. And he's like, I miss you. And she, she's on her campaign thing. She got a whole bunch of meetings, so she was tied up. She had to go. So then we see a girl come out of Micah's room, right, with some long old dreads. I don't think that was the professor lady. She looked like a young girl. So she came out the room and told Micah bye. He's like, oh, you be looking this good every day. And she did her little walk of shame out the house, and he kissed her and hugged her. Then he got a text message. Y'all remember his friend from last season? I can't think of the friend name. The college roommate, right? Was he a frat brother too? Anyway, remember his friend that was gay? He got a text message from him showing him his new boo, and he wrote him back and stuff. So that's good to see they still friends and all. That was cool. So then, speaking of Micah, let's just stay on Micah for a minute. So we see Micah down to the university, right? And he's got to take some activist, political man photography class. And so then he run into Kiki, y'all. I was like, Kiki, do you love me? Okay, but anyway, I was like, come through, Kiki, with the ponytail. I was happy to see Kiki back. Was y'all happy to see Kiki back? Drop it in the comments if y'all was happy to see Miss Kiki back. So then she was like, oh yeah, this professor's dope. Like, I know his work. I'm his TA, among other things. He was like, oh, like that? She's like, no, I'll be, running these accounts and stuff for him. So she, like teachers, y'all know how I work in college when you the teacher assistant thing. So anyway, she was like, well, you better get on to class, Micah. So anyway, then he saw her later on, and then she was like, yeah, you was like a deer in the headlights. So you saw me. He's like, yeah, caught me off guard. You surprised me. And then they was like walking, and then she was like, did she say, why don't you roll one with me or take a river with me? I forgot how she said it, but it's an expression I'm not sure I've ever heard. But anyway, maybe she said roll one. I don't know. So basically, she offered her to him to smoke a little something and walk with her. And he's like, I can't. I go to my family's event. I can't go up in there looking faded. So then she's like, come on. Like, you don't be spontaneous. So then he basically ends up hanging out with her and hitting some, getting lit. So anyway, then let's see. We see, who is it? Ralph, Angel, and Darla at the farmers meeting with the co-op people, right? And they're like, did you, he's like, did you see the girl? Oh, they call her Mo. I forgot her real name. But anyway, the famous farmer that's coming, they're like, yes, we got all your TED Talks, all your emails, Ralph, Angel, we over it. So then they did the meeting, and they're like, when we gonna get paid? And this sounded like a pipe dream. Because, he put them all together to do the farmers co-op coalition thing, right? And so they all supposed to be getting paid from it, but it's not working out yet. And so, that lady was explaining to them why her name was Mo, and he's saying, I read all your books, all your this and that. And then she was, congratulating him on what he's doing and all that. So then Nova pop up, and then the girl was like, Nova Bordello. And it seemed like they kind of knew each other, or the girl liked her, or Nova liked her. I don't know. It was weird, but you could tell they was gazing in each other's eyes. So then when the girl walked away, Rob Angel was like, what you doing, Nova? Like, I see you, Nova, and like, girl, what you doing? I saw y'all was gazing into each other's eyes. She was like, what you talking about? He's like, I know when you about to Nova something up, you about to mess something up, like, what you doing? Like, girl, stop. So, I bet you Nova and that girl gonna have a thing, but Nova with Dominic, and we gonna get to Nova and Dominic in a minute here. So then, Darla was talking to, the black lady farmer name. I can't never remember that lady name. If y'all know that black lady farmer's name, drop it in the comments. Anyway, she was like, Darla was like, girl, I looked through your books. It's not looking good. This third account is overdrawn. Like, what's going on with your mortgage, girl? You falling behind. It's late. Black lady farmer was like, girl, if there ain't nothing to pay it with, I can't pay the bills. I'm waiting on my debt relief. She was like, well, where's the application? Did you get approved? She was like, oh, it take a minute to hear back. I ain't heard about it. Darla's like, girl, we gotta go check on that. Like, I'll drive you up there. Like, Darla's like, get your book. Like, Darla's basically trying to help the girls get it together with the farms and the books, okay? Which is a good deed. So anyway, then, we saw Black Lady Farmer before that talk to Mr. Prosper because, he was like his nurse last season. But he wasn't really asking her no dates like that, right? So then she was like, what you doing, my friend? Is her name Tammy or something like that? She was like, you better make a move for somebody else do. The way she said it, I was like, is it going to be you, girl? Like, who's going to make the move? She said it in a weird way. Did y'all think that? So then Prosper, she was like, we ain't getting older. So then later on, we did see Billy. She's still on the show. I can't think of that actress' name in real life, the one that plays Billy. But I knew the way she performed last season, she acted the hell out of them scenes. Okay. And then she used to be in Family Matters. I think that is the light-skinned girl used to be in Family Matters. So, and she played Eddie Winslow's girlfriend. So I said, oh yeah, she's coming. She's going to stay on Queen Sugar because she's doing a hell of a job. Okay. So, especially all that stuff she went through with Aunt Vive's ex and her dad not believing her and all that breakthrough they had. That was some good TV. So I knew she would be back on Queen Sugar. Like, she solidified her spot, right? So anyway, her ex-husband, remember her ex-husband's in Chicago, Vincent, he was calling her and Prosper, he was getting himself together, and he was like, I don't want to be in your business and but you know, you don't need to keep ignoring Vincent's calls. And so then he was asking her how she doing with the farm, like, you know, she trying to do some legal work for the Farmers Coalition. So the white people trying to declare reverse racism, which is not a thing. That's a whole nother video we could talk about, though, if y'all need education on it. So anyway, then we see Prosper go down to the nurse lady house because she had asked him to fix something, and he's like, oh, anything you need, let me know. She's like, oh, thank you, Mr. Prosper. And he's like, you know, I want to take you out, like, not just, you know, I want to take you out on a date, and haven't done this in a long time, haven't felt it any way about this, anybody like this in a long time. She was like, you know, she's like, okay, yes, like, I'm tired of having you fix it. Like, I didn't came up with so many things for you to fix. Like, basically, she been waiting on this man to ask her out. Like, she tired of playing with Prosper. Like, she breaking stuff in the house so he can come over and fix it. I said, old people was running game. Okay, come through, Prosper, old lady. Let's see. Let's get to Nova and Dominic. So, no, actually, let's finish the farmer stuff. So, back at the farmer thing, they had another meeting, and the farmers was going off and saying, you know, Ralph Angel was just doing a pipe dream. They ain't making no money. And then the lady said that she still said that they're going to be in the coalition, you know, and she said, if you just care about making the money, like, that's not it. You know, there's so much to do here, so much good work they're doing. And she just basically gave them motivation and encouragement. She kind of said the things that Ralph Angel couldn't quite find the words to say, right? So anyway, then we see, let's talk about Dominic and Nova. So Dominic and Nova, earlier in the episode, they were like kind of just walking around, looked like a farm or a field or something. And she's like, she loves the scenery, even though she's lived here, it's so beautiful. And I think they're waiting on their article or something to be published. So she's always nervous before that happens, right? So then he's like, why don't we be tourists? Like, why don't we go get some beignets? I'm gonna get some oysters from this place and then go, you know, drink hurricanes on an airboat. And she's like, somebody dared me to drink hurricanes in high school and I can't do it no more. I like the hurricanes in New Orleans, but maybe I don't live there. So anyway, then she was like, you know, how about we just have a lazy day? And then he said he from Florida, so he can show her some tricks from airports. So she's there like, let's have a lazy day. So they kissed and everything. So then they got back down to her house. And the article they did got published, and they showed the video of Aunt Vive talking about the farmers and the land and how some, you know, elderly person in their family didn't want to talk about, you know, what they had to go through for the land, and now they can have voice to it. And so she was really happy and excited about that. Then I think she got a video call, and the white lady was saying that they want to turn her book into a movie, and there's a producer that put in an offer, and it's like 6 figures. And she was like, girl, you better not sleep on this, like, this don't happen. Like, and I was like, think about it, I don't know. Then she got really excited, she was dancing, and then her and Dominic were celebrating. Dominic is so fine, he is so fine, and I think he was in Our Kind of People also. I wonder if that show coming back, do y'all know? So anywho, I used to watch that one too, y'all. So then she's like, oh, I don't know. Like, I just barely got back in good terms with my family with that book. Like, I really can't be doing this movie. And at first I was like, no, but you better do that movie. Then I forgot that book, she was telling everybody business that she should not have been telling. I was like, no, she can't do that movie, y'all. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, though. Like, should Nova do the movie deal about the book? I mean, they had already been heard about the book. So I feel like if she went to them and maybe try to get permission about the movie, like, if she could just work on everybody's mind and heart about it. But I get it. Like, they don't want to, they not going to do this with you, Nova. They really not about to do this again. So I totally get why she should not do it. I think I'm more in favor of her just not doing it. And then was doing something else for a movie like the farmer stuff because, girl, because that book, I hated her about that book too. So, I don't know. Unless she could convince them all at the same time. Oh no, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Anyway, so let's see. Then, we saw Aunt Vi and Hollywood. Did they have the baby too? I think they had the baby at Aunt Vi's Pies, right? And y'all remember Joaquin? I think he had did something to the restaurant, like broken in or vandalized it or something. So anyway, he got back to Aunt Vi's good graces. I had forgot about him. And he playing with the pie recipes. And he's like, I did a little something extra in the blueberry pie. She was like, Joaquin, I told you you'll be playing with my recipe. She was like, don't be doing that. But then the pie was good. So then she was like, what you put in this pie? I said, what did he put in that pie? So then she was like, you tell your mama thank you. Like, yes, this is good. And so then Holly was like, I still don't like him, but he warmed, I'm warming up to him because he couldn't make this pie, okay? So anyway, let's see. Then we saw, I think we pretty much got down to the christening, right? At this point. So they were doing a christening of the baby at a church. They decided to name the baby True. So at first I thought they said Drew, like Drew, but it was True, like the mom. I believe that was the mom's name, right? And so, and Vi put the dress on the baby. That was a dress she had when she was little. And so they did the christening of the baby and everything at the church ceremony. Micah was there recording and everybody was there except for Charley and Blue. I think they videoed Charley and Blue in. Okay. So anyway, I'm like, why Blue didn't come down? But whatever. So maybe they couldn't get him a ticket out. I don't know. So anyway, then they were outside talking, right? They did a little ceremony. Ralph Angel had a book and he said it was like a family heirloom, and they've been writing down the names, everybody in the family in the book for years and years, and who worked the land and the property, all this stuff. They got this big piece of history, which was really, really cool. Okay. So then, actually, before they got down to doing that little ceremony, let me back up. So everybody's at the event for the baby and all that. They're in the house. I don't know whose house they was in. I guess they was in Ralph Angel and Darla's house. So Micah went back in the room, and so then Nova was like, what you doing? Like, why you hiding out? He's like, I'm just going through it today, Auntie Nova. I saw Kiki, and it just shocked me. I'm like, wow, it just threw me off. Like, you ever see your ex, and you expect to see your ex? Like, it just had me tripping. And then she was like, boy, is you high? And then he was like, yes, I'm high. She was like, are you high right now? So anyway, he was high right now. And then she was like, you can't be coming here like that. And he was like, no. Kiki was like, you don't be doing that spontaneous. And then I did it. She was like, that's how they always be getting you. And he was saying, this is so nice. They doing this stuff for the baby. And did they do a christening and stuff like that for me when I was little? She was like, boy, your parents wasn't the christening type. Because, his parents was rich. They was up in LA. They wasn't doing all that. I mean, I don't think they was rich when they had Micah, though. So anyway, because that's when they was still in college, right? So anyway, she was like, no, but you got plenty of love. Like, you got plenty of other traditions. Like, you are still blessed. Like, don't you worry. And so then she was like, I'm going to let you sit here and get yourself together. And he got the giggles. He probably finna get the munchies. He looking faded. Oh, I hate when you supposed to be like, looking right or looking like, you got it together, but then you got faded and it just didn't go. Like, I've been in that situation maybe a few times, y'all. So I was like, oh, Micah. So anyway, I can relate. So then Nova was laughing with Avi about all that and making fun of Micah and his whole situation, right? So anyway, then we see everybody go outside, right? And then that's when Ralph Angel was talking about the book. I feel like I'm missing a part, but if I am, y'all forgive me. So then we see them go outside, and Ralph Angel's talking about the family, and he writes True's name in there, and everyone's, you know, enjoying this beautiful moment and saying that he said that he wasn't there when Blue, you know, put Blue's name in there, but his dad took care of it, Ernest. And so he was saying everybody's name deserved to be in the book as a board alone. And it was just a special, like, black family moment. It was like amazing. Here come Landry, Parker's dad. I can't think of his first name, Mr. Landry. I was like, dang, this white man had to come ruin this beautiful black moment. So anyway, he was congratulating on Nova on what she had published about, because, you know, they had tried to get the land declared to be historical, so they couldn't build anything on it. And so he says, good how you and your friend, you know, you guys found all these people who were buried on the land and their living relatives and got permission and all that. And he was like, oh, but there's one, you know, that's important on here that, you know, can have the final say so what happens to the land. So Vi looked at it because Vi was like, why are you over here? Like, what is you doing? And then Vi looked at it and she's like, no, like, come on, like, she wouldn't want to do this because, you know, Vi knew Parker's mom. And so Parker is, you know, a living relative of the mom who's buried on the land. And so Parker can decide, because she's a Landry, of course, she's going to decide to, you know, get rid of the farm and build the, what were they trying to do, a strip mall or something on it. So then Nova was like, okay, you're going to use your, like, pathetic daughter to get this stuff done, like, come on. And so then Vi asked him, like, are you sure you want to go down this route? He's like, you left me no choice. So now they finna have a whole another issue about the land. They finna get into it with Parker all over again. I thought they had Parker locked up last season. Anyway, Charley gonna have to come back down and save the day. Like, quit sugar, we could just never have a good, successful episode. Maybe the very, very final episode will be that. I don't know, but every time stuff going right, something gonna go wrong in Queen Sugar, don't it? Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all thought of this episode, what y'all think of the season so far. I think it was like a good, like, set the tone, set the plot. You know, Ava gonna work us up into it. Anyway, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and I will talk to y'all soon. Okay, I know we're gonna get all the videos done this week, like I said. Thank y'all for rocking with me over here at the Brandy Yvonne channel. Y'all have a good week. Bye.